So, with that being said, Disney, the biggest gangsters in the world, the biggest gangsters ever.
They are.
The realest of niggas.
The realest out. What we talking about on this one? What did you watch, Lex? What brought that about?
Nah, what brought it about was they pushed back that Black Widow movie, and I just remember
They pushed it back again.
It finally came out.
Oh.
But I remember before it came out, when they were pushing it back for the year and some change, the only thing they kept saying in all the trailers, exclusively only in movie theaters. And then they put that shit out on Disney Plus. And then looked at Scarlett Johansson like, do something.
I forgot about that. That was like supposed to be their first plunge back into like the movie theaters, right?
Yeah.
Exclusively or whatever. Like they were trying to push that. So do you think that has to do with like her star with her star getting a little dimmer, or is it literally just has to do with a business move for them because they're trying to, of course, get people to move in. They're in a subscriber game now, so they have to show a certain amount of subscribers every single month, and this is the best way to do so. They're finding, I'm pretty sure the data is fucking crazy right now with these streaming platforms that shows like the exclusively to your streaming platform, and then also now being able to take advantage of the theater people as well. If you can just put something in theaters for, say, a 1 week or so, and then put it exclusively on your platform, and then it hits other platforms after like a month, then that gets you some theater money, that gets you your subscribers for a specific month, so you can show that to your shareholders, and then that gets you the back end, whatever can come from. There's no DVD sales anymore, or there is, but there's just minuscule. But that can get you also to like the streaming on all these, like the opened up streaming for all the other platforms, whatever money comes from that. Because I think when they go to other platforms, they still sell you like it's a DVD, so they sell it like for like $20 or something like that, and then you can rent it. So that's kind of how the period goes for that. So do you think that that's what it is? Do you think it's the light dimming, or you think it's specifically a subscriber based model that has worked and they're continuing to get more data on that?
It was definitely a business deal because they put it on Disney Plus, but you got to pay to rent it for 2 days. Mm-hmm. And you pay $30 to rent it for 2 days. And so the movie came out, and it was like the biggest selling movie after pandemic. But they keep saying, oh, out of all the Marvel movies, this is the lowest profit movie. But then they made another like 54 million just off of them putting it on the streaming side. So, and then with Scarlett Johansson, she's like, I'm supposed to hit certain bonuses if I get certain amount of ticket sales. You guys told me you were only going to have it in the movie theater for a certain amount of time, and you guys reneged on all that. And they're looking at her like, you ain't in no more movies? We don't give a fuck about how you feel. This was your last movie.
Do you feel like, sorry if your question didn't get answered, but do you feel like part of her contract when she did Avengers is that she said she wanted her own movie? Because I think it's interesting that they would choose her own, I forgot what they're called when they have like the individual
spin-off.
Yeah, like, or there's a different word I'm thinking about, but like, do you think they thought that was the best idea? Or do you think she signed a contract and was like, y'all gonna give me my own shit at one point?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I feel like her storyline is only a step above Hawkeye, because I don't really care.
Yeah, no, I think they definitely waited way too long to give her a storyline. This was something that should have taken place if they were gonna do it prior to it. I think what they did is that they looked at the data for with like Captain Marvel, Wonder Woman for sure, and tried to ride some of those trains, which is weird that Marvel is usually like a front person, so that Captain Marvel went before Black Widow is something that's weird already. With Scarlett Johansson having, being way brighter of a star prior, and then they used, I forgot the person that did Captain Marvel, but then they used like somebody out like from
Brie Larson, right?
yeah, so
Yeah.
they used her out of like the outfield to play that character. And they gave her a movie before Black Widow. So that was pretty telling then, that this was kind of like a take advantage of the women empowerment deal as
That's
opposed
what I was gonna say.
yeah, as opposed to like actually creating a great storyline and character individual movie for Scarlett Johansson, which you could definitely do. She was definitely a leading lady that you could have capitalized on that back when she was in the initial group of Avenger characters.
It felt like, to me, it felt a little like, I feel like a lot of their female movies are very, I don't know, I feel like they don't be giving it to they best writers. Like I feel like they just be like, hey, like we gotta get this off.
Yeah.
And here you go. Cause I don't know. I just don't be feel like Captain Marvel was like what's her name? Wonder Woman. I didn't even watch the second one. The first one was like okay.
Wonder Woman.
Watch the second one.
No, definitely don't watch the second one. But Wonder Woman is player like I overly
Gal Gadot is bad as hell. So
yeah,
I
overly fuck with Gal Gadot. I overly fuck with Gal Gadot.
She's gorgeous.
They played her as a leading lady in that second one. How dare they give Wonder Woman that storyline in that second one? They had her as the softest of characters, waiting for like this regular ass, like this memory of this regular ass white dude with blue eyes. Like that's literally what they played her as.
It's always that. So like, okay, so side note, I randomly have been rewatching like old movies lately.
Don't tell me you're watching Disney movies.
I didn't watch a Disney movie. I was actually watching a lot of Black movies. I was watching what was the one? Why Do Fools Fall in Love and like Love Jones. Anyways, I did
Netflix specials on the
all the old Black shit. I was like, what?
I was about to say you must have got BET streaming.
No, Netflix. What do they call it? Like the Black Celebration Collection or something?
Yeah,
it's like, oh, there's a Black person in here. Let's call it that.
Yeah, black stories told. It was like, no, that wasn't told by a Black person.
Right? Like, what are you talking about? But Twilight, this has nothing to do with Blackness, but Twilight, I was like, all right, I never got through all the Twilights. I'm gonna try to start watching one of the later. The way I just was like so irritated about how so fucking helpless women always gotta be even in movies about them, they still hella fucking help. She's just like, oh my God, like I can't live. Like this vampire doesn't love me and he's not coming here and I'm throwing myself in danger so he can come and say, and I'm just like, ugh. And the same thing they did with X-Men. Like Rogue growing up from the cartoon was my favorite character because she was dope as fuck. She was a strong ass, dope ass woman. Okay, and then Rogue in fucking the movie X-Men, she was just all sad and I'm like, I'll never have a boyfriend. It's like, bitch, what? Like, you can fly. Like you can kill niggas by taking off your glove. Like what?
Yeah, Rogue was more of like a rebellious character, and they took that away from her in order to like really what they really.
And Rogue had niggas like Wolverine and Gambit was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you out here sad? Shut up.
She does have a certain like what they tried to play on was like being an empath a little bit like that, like. When you have like the sensitivity for your hands or whatever, they try to play on that part with the crowd, but I don't get why you cater to the crowd so much. You know what I'm saying? Like the crowd don't always know what the fuck they want until you show it to them. So it's kind of weird that they decide to go that route. But hey, it's meant for like they're trying to sell as many tickets as possible. So if they're gonna cater to everybody's softness, then so be it. Because
one woman that is like doing some shit and they got nothing to do with a man. Like that's why Brave was so well received by women. And also what the first Frozen, Because everybody's like, oh shit, this ain't about her needing a man to be saved. Like Frozen is a whole, like, that's a whole.
They got a few. They got a few. I'm trying to think. There was one that was a film, I want to say, that was along those lines, but I can't think of it right now. So I'm not gonna hold up everybody while my brain goes through everything that my brain goes through right now.